No need to fear the relentless heat, no need to dread the threat of being hunted by others, and no need to worry about becoming prey in this unforgiving world. For those trapped outside, this place might seem like a sanctuary, a rare glimpse of peace amid chaos. Next, I'll offer you something different to eat, something that might keep you alive a little longer in this harsh reality. Forget it. I had already thought this through before coming up here. I'm not spying on you. I'm just making sure you don't do anything reckless or dangerous. I'm here to stop you from making a fatal mistake. Chen, isn't that outfit a bit too small for you? Too small? Not at all. It fits perfectly. Absolutely perfect. Really? Help. Chen, open the door. Chen, come out and save me. Chen, if you don't come out soon, I swear I'll break down the door. Here we go again. We can't open the door. Those people have already devoured Li Na. If we open it now, we'll be next. You mean they actually ate someone? Don't rush to break down the door. If it gets damaged, it'll only bring more trouble. Chen, save me. Finally coming out? Let me go. Chen, save me. Once you consume human flesh, your body mutates. Fangs grow in your mouth. At this point, you're no longer human. Cough. Cough. It's the end of the world anyway. What does it matter if we eat people, as long as we survive? Haha, the meat tastes incredible. After eating, my strength surges through me. So, Chen, I can't wait to taste your flavor next. Chen, I won't let you off so easily. Damn it, let's attack him together. Don't give him a chance to draw his gun. Humph. Do I really need to waste bullets on you guys? Young man, don't underestimate me too much. I like wasting time. I told you. Spread out. Haha. We're not just stronger now. Our reactions and speed have sharpened too. When you're on guard like this, you can't even land a hit on us. So, are you done talking? Then go die. Chang Xiaoqian? She mutated so quickly into this state, it seems her attachment runs deep. Since you won't disappear, I'll just have to kill you again. Chen is incredible. He single-handedly took down the entire Gaoqiang gang. But that monster, it radiates an ominous and dangerous aura. I have to find a way to help him. If I want to stay by Chen's side, I can't become a burden. Chen, let me help you defeat that monster. Help me? Not being scared and hiding is good, but you're only going to distract me like this. Huh? Why is that? Are you ready? I had originally planned to let you suffer through the endless horrors of the apocalypse, to watch you slowly waste away and be tormented by this new world until death finally claimed you. But circumstances have changed. Now I have no choice but to end your life sooner than I intended. The chaos outside, the ever-present threat of starvation and monsters, was supposed to be your punishment. Yet here we are, and mercy, or perhaps necessity, forces my hand. In this world, plans rarely survive for long, and sometimes even vengeance must be cut short by survival's cruel demands. What was that sound? In a world where every noise could mean danger, even the smallest disturbance sets my nerves on edge. I pause, senses sharpened, trying to determine if it's friend or foe lurking in the shadows. Out here, hesitation can be fatal, but so can recklessness. I steady my breath and prepare for whatever comes next, knowing that in this wasteland, curiosity is often punished. A low, guttural growl rumbled through the darkness, an animalistic sound that sent chills down my spine. The air felt thick with tension as something shifted nearby, its presence unmistakable. In the apocalypse, such noises were never to be ignored. They were warnings, reminders that danger was always close. My grip tightened on my weapon as I braced myself for whatever horror might emerge from the gloom. A sudden movement caught my eye, a swirl of dust and debris rising as if something massive had just passed through. The silence shattered, replaced by the urgent need to act. In this world, hesitation could mean death. I readied myself, every muscle tense, prepared to face whatever new threat the apocalypse had conjured up this time. A name echoed in my mind: Zhang. Once a friend, now perhaps an enemy or a memory twisted by survival. In this world, alliances shifted as quickly as the weather, and trust was a luxury few could afford. I wondered if Zhang was still out there, fighting to survive like the rest of us, or if he had already fallen victim to the darkness that consumed so many. A single letter, A, scrawled on a crumbling wall caught my attention. It was a remnant of the old world, a sign or perhaps a code left behind by someone desperate to communicate. In these ruins, even the smallest clue could mean hope or danger. I traced the faded mark with my finger, wondering what message it once carried and who had left it behind. The ground beneath me seemed to pulse and writhe with unnatural movement, a sickening reminder of how the world had changed. The earth itself felt alive, crawling with things that should not exist. Every step forward was a gamble, each vibration a warning that something monstrous lurked just out of sight, waiting for its chance to strike. A deafening roar tore through the silence, echoing off ruined buildings and sending flocks of crows scattering into the blood-red sky. The sound was primal, a beast's challenge or a survivor's last stand. My heart pounded as I realized whatever made that noise was close, and it would not be satisfied until it found its prey. Oh, you can regenerate severed limbs. That revelation sent a chill down my spine. In this world where death lurked at every corner, such an ability was both a blessing and a curse. It meant you were harder to kill, but it also meant others would test your limits again and again, pushing you to the brink just to see how much you could endure before you finally broke. How is that possible? My mind reeled at the sight before me. The rules of nature had been rewritten in this apocalypse. What once seemed impossible now happened before my eyes. Regeneration defied everything I knew about life and death. It made me question what other horrors or miracles might be lurking out there in the shadows. That's great. Or at least it should be. Survival in this world demanded every advantage you could get. But sometimes, gifts like these came with a price. Pain without end, enemies who would never stop hunting you, and a life spent running from those who wanted to exploit your power. Great? If you can regenerate like that, then you're not so easy to kill after all. The realization brought a twisted smile to my lips. It meant the game had changed. Now it wasn't just about survival, but about endurance. How many times could you come back before your spirit finally gave out? It also means I can tear you apart as many times as I want. In this lawless world, cruelty often replaced mercy. Each time you healed, I could break you again, testing your limits and my own resolve. The line between tormentor and survivor blurred as violence became routine. Let me see just how many times your body can regenerate. Each wound will be a test, a cruel experiment in this new reality where pain is currency and suffering is entertainment for those who have lost their humanity. Let's start with the left hand. My voice echoed coldly in the ruined chamber as I raised my weapon. In this world of monsters and men, twisted by desperation, even simple acts became rituals of survival or dominance. Next is the right hand. There was no hesitation in my movements. Each act was calculated, methodical, a grim necessity in a place where weakness meant death. Legs. Now let's see if your lower limbs can withstand what's coming next. In this world where pain was constant and hope fleeting, even standing became an act of defiance against fate itself. Just now was only the first round. The writhing agony had barely begun, a prelude to what would follow. In this place where suffering was endless, endurance became the only measure of strength. Gah! Gah! My breath came in ragged gasps as pain racked my body, each moment stretched into eternity as I fought to stay conscious, to survive one more round in this endless nightmare. Are you ready? The question hung in the air like a threat or a promise. In this world, readiness meant more than just preparation. It meant accepting that pain and loss were inevitable companions on the road ahead. The second round is starting soon. There was no time to recover, no mercy given or expected. Each wave of torment built upon the last until only willpower remained between me and oblivion. Let's get started. My voice rang out with forced bravado as I faced another monstrous challenge. In this apocalypse, courage was often just another word for desperation, a refusal to give up even when hope seemed lost. Third round. Gah! Gah! The agony returned with renewed intensity, each cycle stripping away another layer of resistance until only raw survival instinct remained. Fourth. The numbers blurred together as pain became my only reality, a relentless tide that threatened to sweep me away at any moment. Fifth. Still I endured, clinging to life with every ounce of strength left in my battered body. Eighth round. By now it wasn't just limbs, even eyes and tongue could regenerate. The boundaries of human endurance were being rewritten before my eyes as I struggled to comprehend what I had become. 16th round, even internal organs could regenerate too. It seemed that except for the head, everything else could come back from destruction. This realization brought both relief and dread. What kind of existence was this? But why couldn't it regenerate after 21 times? I was planning to gouge out the eyes next, but let it be. After all, I'm not a devil. Even in this broken world, some lines remained uncrossed, at least for now. For what reason? For what reason? You want to know why I do all this? You ask why? Isn't it obvious in a world like this? Of course, it's for revenge. Every action in this shattered world is driven by loss and anger. Vengeance is all we have left when hope is gone. Chen, are you okay? My voice trembled with concern as I rushed toward him through the rubble-strewn street. In this world where every day brought new dangers and old wounds never fully healed, seeing someone you cared about hurt was almost unbearable. But we had learned to hide our fear behind brave faces because showing weakness could be fatal here. Are you ready? The question lingered between us like smoke from a dying fire. In this place where every decision could mean life or death, readiness wasn't just about weapons or supplies, it was about steeling your heart for whatever came next. Ready? For what? My voice wavered as uncertainty gnawed at me. Out here, surprises were rarely good, and being unprepared could cost everything. I was so heroic just now. Shouldn't you be ready to reward me? My attempt at humor fell flat in the tense silence that followed. Even small victories felt hollow when surrounded by so much loss. Reward, here, in this place. The idea seemed almost laughable amid the ruins and constant threat of death. But sometimes hope survived in unexpected ways. At the rescue point outside, the temperature finally seemed to be normalizing. A rare bit of good news in an otherwise bleak landscape. Survivors gathered cautiously, wary but hopeful that maybe, just maybe, the worst had passed for now. Engineering University Station. Could it be that the apocalypse is finally ending? The thought flickered through my mind like a fragile candle flame, dangerous to hope for, but impossible to ignore. Captain. The word carried weight here. Leaders were rare and precious commodities in a world where chaos reigned supreme. There are a lot of people approaching the rescue point over there. Their silhouettes moved like ghosts through the haze, desperate souls seeking safety wherever they could find it. There, just beyond the barricades, movement caught my eye, a reminder that danger never truly left us alone for long. Those are... My words trailed off as recognition dawned. Not all who approached were friends or even human anymore. Horde. The word sent shivers down everyone's spines, a mass of undead, moving as one unstoppable force toward our fragile sanctuary. Quick, evacuate the civilians from the rescue point. I'll hold them off. My voice rang with urgency as I prepared to make a stand against impossible odds. Sometimes sacrifice was all that kept hope alive for others. But Captain, please don't go alone. Desperation colored their voices as they pleaded with me not to throw my life away. But someone had to buy time for those who still had a chance at survival. This is an order. There was no room for argument. Leadership meant making hard choices, even if it meant facing death alone so others might live another day. Captain, please don't die. Their cries echoed behind me as I turned toward the advancing horde, one last act of defiance against fate itself. Engineering University Station, shut your damn mouth and get out of here. Sometimes harsh words were necessary when lives hung in the balance. Sentimentality had no place on the front lines of survival. Next, I'll let you experience the power of the berserker, the raw fury that comes from losing everything and having nothing left but rage to fuel your fight against oblivion. Berserker. The word alone conjured images of unstoppable strength, a force unleashed when all hope seemed lost and only primal instinct remained. What? Again? How many times has this happened now? Even in chaos there were patterns, cycles of violence and rebirth that repeated endlessly until someone finally broke free or broke down completely. Ha ha ha. The extreme heat wave is over now. I have to go out for a bit. Of course, before I leave, I'll make sure you remember me with some unforgettable memories burned into your mind forever. Can't I come with you? But everyone around me must meet two conditions. First, they must be valuable. Second, they must absolutely obey my orders without question. Come with you? The people around me must meet two conditions. First, they must be valuable. Second, they must absolutely obey my orders. I understand. Sometimes obedience was all that stood between life and death. Trust had become a rare commodity in these desperate times. It seems Duan Ya has completely submitted to me now. a necessary alliance forged in fire and fear as we navigated this broken world together. I must hurry back before the seawater surges in. Time was always against us here. Every second counted when disaster loomed on the horizon. Many of the zombies in my previous life were driven by an obsession to reach the rescue point at any cost. Eventually, they formed a tidal wave that crashed against our defenses with relentless fury. Survival became a matter of luck more than skill during those dark days. This incident also led to military weapons being scattered everywhere, a dangerous windfall that allowed various factions to rise from the ashes of civilization's collapse. This is how various factions formed, each one vying for control over dwindling resources while chaos reigned outside their fragile walls. "Stop the car for me." My shout cut through the night as desperation took hold. Sometimes survival meant taking risks no one else dared consider. "Are you crazy? How dare you order us to stop and even try to rob us at a time like this?" Fear made people reckless. Trust was hard-won and easily lost on these ruined roads. Damn! The road ahead twisted unexpectedly, a new obstacle thrown into our path by fate or malice alike. Every journey here was fraught with peril at every turn. Ah! A scream tore from my throat as chaos erupted around us, another reminder that safety was always temporary in this unforgiving world. Just like before, the walls cracked under relentless heat from the sun above and relentless pressure from zombie waves below. Eventually it all gave way. Even our strongest shelters proved temporary against nature's wrath combined with humanity's downfall. The number of people who died underground is probably in the thousands. Each life lost weighed heavily on those who survived. Reminders etched into every crumbling wall and silent corridor we passed through now. The zombies below are all attracted by the roar of cars above, a deadly chain reaction set off by our desperate attempts at escape or rescue each time we tried to move forward through these haunted streets. Unfortunately, not every road led to safety. Some ended abruptly in ruin or ambushes set by those who'd lost their humanity long ago. We pressed on anyway. Hesitation meant death here more often than not. Not all zombies have crystals in their heads. It's too time-consuming to crack each skull open one by one, searching for them while danger closes in from all sides relentlessly day after day. Let's check out the situation at the college first. Information was power now, and sometimes knowledge made all difference between surviving another night or becoming just another casualty along these broken roads. Come to think of it, this is my first time back at engineering university since graduation. The campus looked nothing like I remembered. Memories clashed with harsh reality everywhere I turned, among shattered buildings and empty halls echoing with ghosts from before everything changed forever. Research Institute. The words still hung above rusted gates like a promise or warning, depending on who found them first among these ruins where science once flourished, but now only survival mattered most each day anew. "Hold it right there!" My shout rang out across broken pavement as figures emerged from shadowy alleys. Territory disputes were common now. Every scrap mattered when resources ran so thin none could afford mercy anymore. "Kid, you're entering our territory. You'd better hand over your backpack if you want to leave here alive." Threats like these were daily currency among survivors who'd learned trust could get you killed faster than any monster lurking outside city walls, now crumbling fast under pressure from within and without a like each passing day anew. "Hey guys, could you help me out and let me pass? I've got some braised chicken legs here." Sometimes barter worked better than threats. Food was worth more than gold now, among those desperate enough to risk everything for one more meal tonight instead of tomorrow's uncertain promise somewhere further down these haunted roads ahead. "Chicken legs? You've got chicken legs at a time like this?" Disbelief mixed with hunger flashed across their faces. The old world's luxuries had become rare treasures worth fighting over now more than ever before. "This? You really want this?" In a world where every scrap of food is worth more than gold, even a simple offering can spark chaos. The hunger in their eyes is unmistakable, and I know that whatever I hold in my hands could mean the difference between life and death for someone tonight. "Throw them over. Hurry up and toss those chicken legs over here." Their voices are desperate, echoing off the broken walls. In this post-apocalyptic wasteland, the promise of real food drives people to madness. I hesitate, knowing that giving in might save me now, but it could also mark me as a target for the next hungry mob. "This is mine. Mine. Get out of the way." The scramble for resources has stripped away any sense of civility. People push and claw at each other, driven by a primal need to survive. In this world, possession is everything, and mercy is a luxury no one can afford. Sorry, but you guys aren't worthy of eating these chicken legs. I say it coldly, knowing my words will only fuel their anger. But in this world, you have to draw lines, sometimes with words, sometimes with blood. Not everyone deserves what little hope remains. You jerk, you dare to mess with us? Their outrage is palpable, but I stand my ground. In this new reality, respect is earned through strength and cunning, not kindness. Get him! The command rings out, and suddenly the air is thick with tension. I brace myself for the inevitable fight, knowing that every encounter could be my last. I don't remember so many idiots from my previous life. Could it be that my warnings helped more people survive, resulting in situations like this? The thought lingers as I watch the chaos unfold. My actions have consequences, rippling through time in ways I never expected. Survive, resulting in such situations? Maybe by trying to help others, I've changed the course of events. Now there are more survivors, and more competition for what little remains. Laboratory Department of Reptiles and Snakes. The faded sign hangs crookedly above the door, a relic from a world that no longer exists. Inside, secrets slither in the darkness, waiting to be uncovered by those desperate or foolish enough to enter. It seems like nobody has entered this lab for a while. Dust coats every surface, and silence hangs heavy in the air. A stark contrast to the chaos outside. Whatever happened here was abandoned in haste, leaving behind only questions and decay. Many snakes have died, and the air is filled with the smell of decay. The stench is overwhelming, a grim reminder that even nature struggles to survive in this ruined world. I step carefully, wary of what else might be lurking among the corpses. Found it! My heart races as I uncover what I've been searching for, a glimmer of hope, or perhaps another piece of the puzzle that might help us survive another day. Come out! My voice echoes through the empty corridors. I know someone or something is hiding nearby. In this world, shadows are never empty for long. I know you're hiding in there. There's no use pretending otherwise. Every survivor learns to recognize the signs. A scuffed floor, a held breath, a flicker of movement just out of sight. It's a critical time now. I can't afford to be disturbed by you guys, so my patience is thin. Every second wasted could mean disaster. I steel myself for confrontation. There's no room for hesitation anymore. A faint sound catches my attention, a whisper of movement that could mean friend or foe. In this world, curiosity is always tinged with fear. Damn it, you bitch hiding here. Rage boils over as I realize someone has been watching me from the shadows. Trust is rare, betrayal is common currency now. Take this. With a swift motion, I strike out. Violence has become second nature in this world, where hesitation means death. You slut. The insult stings even now, but I refuse to let it break me. Words are just another weapon in this endless war for survival. Not bad moves. Even in chaos, skill stands out. Every fight is a test, a chance to prove you're still alive and dangerous. Hey, a voice calls out uncertainly from behind me. In this world, every unexpected sound could be a threat or a plea for help. Why? Why did things have to turn out like this? The question hangs heavy in the air, unanswered and perhaps unanswerable as we struggle through another day of survival. Can't twist. My body refuses to obey as exhaustion sets in. Even simple movements become difficult when fear and fatigue take their toll. Hey, wait, what are you doing? Who are you? My voice trembles as I demand answers from the stranger before me. In this world, every new face is a potential enemy. What's going on here? Confusion reigns as alliances shift and threats emerge from every corner. Nothing is ever as it seems anymore. I am Bai Kang, the captain of the Azure Tiger Special Operations Team. My introduction is sharp and commanding, a reminder that some order still exists amid the chaos. I advise you to behave yourself and let me go. Authority still carries weight here, sometimes enough to keep violence at bay for another moment. Do you know someone named Lu Xiaofeng from the Special Forces team? Connections matter now more than ever. Old loyalties can mean the difference between life and death. You know Xiaofeng? Ah, I once saved his life. Memories of past deeds resurface, debts owed and favors returned are powerful currency in these desperate times. I see, understanding dawns between us, A fragile truce formed on shared history and mutual need. A group of fugitives took over the school, used students as hostages, and stole your weapons. The situation grows more dire by the minute. Danger comes not just from monsters, but from desperate people willing to do anything to survive. That's right. When the zombie horde attacked the rescue point, Xiaofeng led the civilians to leave first. But he didn't expect that some escaped prisoners had infiltrated among them. Even heroes can be blindsided by treachery in times like these. Well, in that case, it's not all your fault. Guilt weighs heavily on survivors, but sometimes all we can do is keep moving forward and try to make things right. As long as we have weapons in hand, these people are nothing to fear. But doubt lingers at the edge of every plan. Even the best armed can fall when luck runs out. How long are you going to tie me up? Let me go quickly. Impatience flares. I'm tired of being powerless while danger closes in from all sides. That's fine, as long as you promise not to clamp my head with your legs like you did just now. Then I want to eat steak too. Even humor has its place amid disaster. Small comforts remind us we're still human after all. Center, it seems like I can't untie it. Frustration mounts as restraints hold me back from helping those who need me most right now. I have my own things to deal with, so I can't help you too much. I can only provide you with some firepower, support. Sometimes all we can offer each other is cover fire, and hope that it's enough to tip the scales towards survival. Hurry up and leave. Don't bother me. Time is precious. Every second spent arguing could be our last if we're not careful. I plan to sneak attack their stronghold. Only by retrieving the looted goods can the people trapped in the college survive. Risk is unavoidable. Sometimes you have to gamble everything for a chance at salvation, so this might be the only time we meet. Partings are always bittersweet. Every goodbye could be forever in a world where tomorrow isn't promised. Supplies. Wait a moment. The word alone is enough to stop anyone in their tracks. Resources are life itself now. Nothing else matters as much. Xiaofeng is my brother, so let me help you. Family ties run deep. Loyalty means risking everything for those we love, even when hope seems lost. How did it go? Every mission ends with this question. Success or failure measured not just by survival, but by what we managed to save along the way. Boss, the guys are all waiting outside. This time we're definitely going to take down those students in the dorm. Great. Let those who weren't so cooperative earlier go to the front. If anyone's going to die, let it be them. Ruthlessness has become strategy. Sacrifices are made without hesitation when survival is on the line. Sorry for interrupting your meeting. My entrance is abrupt but necessary. There's no time for pleasantries when lives hang in the balance. Who are you? How did you break in? There are more than 20 people guarding outside. Huh? How did I get in? They underestimate me. In this world, underestimating anyone can be fatal. Just like this. With swift precision, I demonstrate how quickly plans can unravel when faced with true desperation or skill honed by survival. Bang! The gunshot echoes through the room, a stark reminder that violence is never far away in these desperate times. What happened? Confusion erupts as chaos descends. Even those who thought themselves safe are reminded how quickly everything can change here. He just pointed at him, and then he died. Disbelief mixes with terror as survivors realize how fragile life has become. Death comes swiftly and without warning now. Don't move or you'll die. My warning is sharp and final. Hesitation or defiance will only get someone killed faster than any monster lurking outside these walls tonight. You punk, quit fooling around. Anger flares as authority is challenged, but bravado means little when faced with true danger, now stalking every corridor and alleyway alike. Target has been eliminated. Cold efficiency replaces emotion. Survival demands quick decisions and even quicker action if anyone hopes to see another sunrise here again soon. But there are still many thugs in the room. You're in a very dangerous situation right now. Every ally counts. Every enemy must be accounted for if we want any chance at making it out alive tonight. I still insist that your plan to lure the enemy alone is too risky. Apprehension gnaws at me. Sometimes courage borders on recklessness when so much is at stake. You take the sniper rifle to the roof of the opposite building. I'll lure the enemy out, then shoot whoever I point out. Coordination and trust are our only weapons against overwhelming odds now. I can't believe I agreed to his absurd plan. Desperation makes us do strange things. Sometimes hope lies hidden within madness. Why did the curtain suddenly close? Chen, how's it going on your end? Communication falters at critical moments. Uncertainty breeds fear as we wait for any sign of success or disaster. Ha 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 ha. You little brat. Don't think you can do whatever you want just by setting up a sniper outside. Overconfidence can be deadly here. Every plan has its flaws waiting to be exploited. As expected, I've been spotted. No plan survives contact with reality. Adaptation is key if we want any hope of surviving what comes next. Chen, find a way to stall for time. I'll be there to rescue you right away. Promises made under fire bind us together. Hope flickers even when surrounded by darkness. Kill him for me. The order rings out coldly. Life and death decided with a single command as chaos erupts once more. Damn it! Frustration boils over as plans unravel. Every setback feels personal when so much has already been lost. Forget it. Sometimes surrendering control is all we can do when fate turns against us yet again. Chen, I'm here to avenge you. Vengeance becomes purpose when hope fades. Every loss demands retribution in this broken world. You're too late. Regret stings sharper than any wound. Timing means everything when lives hang by a thread. There are no supplies here. Disappointment crashes over us like a wave. Every empty room, another reminder of how scarce hope has become. You can't kill me. The people behind me won't let you get away with it. Threats ring hollow when desperation outweighs fear. Alliances shift quickly here. Don't worry, they'll be joining you soon enough. Cold certainty replaces mercy. Justice takes on new meaning when survival is all that matters. Huh? Did you alone do all this? Disbelief mingles with awe as survivors realize just how far one person will go when pushed beyond their limits. I've just been doing what needed to be done. In this world, morality bends beneath necessity. Survival rewrites all rules anew each day. They've been exercising regularly, but there are no more supplies left here. They were probably starving and weak already, barely holding on in this harsh world. Could someone else have raided them? Now that the supplies are gone, what will happen to the students trapped inside? The uncertainty hangs heavy like a storm about to break. If necessary, I'll share some of the supplies I just gathered with them. But of course, that depends on how they behave. Let's move. We're heading to the girls' dormitory now. Why are we going to the girls' dormitory? The question lingers as we make our way through the crumbling halls. I asked earlier. Xiaofeng and the other students are all gathered there, seeking refuge from the chaos outside. That troublemaker has run off again, stirring up more problems. The administration block is in disarray because of her. Who knows if she's even alive? Found her. The captain is still alive, barely holding on amidst the wreckage. What a pity. Fate has been cruel, but there's still a chance to save her. Hurry up and get her down. Time is running out, and every second counts in this dying world. Sister Jai, you've been hanging around here pretending to be a prisoner for days. Did you find the feeling you were searching for in this nightmare? Having faced death so closely, Steelfang, I need your comfort. Is that really why you linger here? Now, how are you feeling? The question carries weight, as survival depends on strength and willpower. Much better. The faint relief in her voice is a fragile light in the darkness surrounding us. So, you saw everything, right? Who took away my supplies? The betrayal cuts deep in this world where trust is scarce. That was a devil, a monster among men who stole what little we had left. Tell me the name. I'll make him pay for this unforgivable act. Chen. The name echoes with both hope and dread. Xiaofeng, how did you get hurt? The concern is immediate and raw. Girls' dormitory Captain Bai, I'm fine. It's great to see you back after all this chaos. Chen, what are you doing here? His presence raises questions and tension alike. He said he's your brother, a bond that might be the key to survival in this fractured world. Xiaofeng, your injury looks serious. Let me take a closer look at your wound before it worsens. It's just a scratch, but for some reason it's getting worse. An ominous sign in these desperate times. It's the cannibals, the things that eat people. Their nails are full of bacteria and viruses. Without medicine, it could be life-threatening, but now medicines are rare resources, almost impossible to find. Still, I can't accept dying like this. Take these. They should be enough to help you fight it off. Where did you get so many medicines? The question reveals the scarcity and value of such supplies now. As I said before, he is my brother. In my previous life, there was a man in the military whose combat power was comparable to a humanoid nuclear bomb, known as the God of War. If that person is Lu Xiaofeng, then my investment won't be for nothing. Hope flickers amid despair. I owe you a favor, but I know you didn't come here just to deliver medicine. Speak, what do you want? The Great Flood is coming soon. You all need to evacuate quickly before it's too late. The extreme heat has already caused glaciers to melt rapidly, resulting in seawater flooding. Soon the entire land will be submerged under floodwaters. The Great Flood, a looming disaster threatening to drown what little remains of our world. Nonsense. Where's this flood coming from? I think you just want to drive us away and monopolize the school's resources. Distrust runs deep when survival is at stake. It's her, Fang Qing, my classmate, a second-generation rich girl and famous female boxer at the university. She likes to stir up gender divides wherever she goes. Do you have any food in your bag? Hunger sharpens suspicion and hope alike. Bring it here and let me see. In this world, food is power, and trust is earned one bite at a time. You dare to hit me. Defiance sparks even in the darkest corners of this broken society. Good slap. She's been a nuisance around here for too long. Justice or revenge, it's hard to tell anymore. She's been hogging an entire dorm by herself. We've been fed up with her for a while. Yeah, just because she has some stinking money at home. Kick her out. Looks like you're quite infamous around here. Reputation can be both shield and target in these desperate times. You guys dare treat me like this? I'll go find my dad and have all of you killed. Threats echo hollowly when backed by power or desperation. Chen, is this okay? The question hangs heavy as decisions weigh on fragile alliances. She's going to find her dad. Are you going to stop her? Sometimes stopping someone means risking everything else. Men in this country are all beneath me, especially that Chen. They can't hold a candle to gentlemen from abroad. Bitter words reveal deeper resentments born from shattered worlds. Sweetie, tell me, where's Chen? Desperation drives questions that might change everything. Let's have Captain Bai handle the evacuation process. Take care of things here while we prepare for what's coming next. The most important thing now is to wait for the Golden King snake to mutate and then harvest it. I wonder if I can obtain hydrokinetic abilities by then. Hydrokinesis being the psychic power to manipulate water with one's mind. In this world, power means survival. Every edge counts. Chen, save me. A desperate cry piercing through the chaos, clinging to hope amid despair. Fang Qing. Is that you? Recognition sparks amidst turmoil. Old bonds rekindled in a world gone mad. Did you find your dad so quickly? Questions linger as we grasp for answers in uncertain times. Held me. The words trail off as memories and emotions collide in this fractured reality. Ha 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 ha. I am Steel Fang from the Federal Bureau of Evolution. My reputation precedes me even in this shattered world. The name alone is enough to make most survivors pause. But here, titles mean little when survival is on the line. Still, I announce myself with pride, a reminder that some order and power still linger amid the chaos. Are you Chen? Daring enough to snatch our supplies? I thought you'd be a monster with 3 heads and 6 arms. In this world, only those with extraordinary abilities can survive such boldness. I was expecting someone truly formidable, not just another desperate scavenger. Translator's note: to have 3 heads and 6 arms means to possess remarkable abilities. A being of formidable power. So you're from the Federal Bureau of Evolution. That's right, I stand tall, confirming my allegiance. In these times, being part of an organization like that is both a shield and a target. For this meeting, I even prepared a gift for you. My words are laced with both threat and promise. In the apocalypse, gifts often come wrapped in danger. So, are you ready to die? My challenge hangs in the air, heavy with menace. In this world, every encounter could be your last. Are you prepared to face that truth? It's the direction where Chen left. The trail is fresh, and tension mounts as we realize he's not far ahead. Every step could bring us closer to confrontation or disaster. I'll go check it out first. Xiaofeng, you stay here and guard the others. No. The urgency in my voice betrays my worry. Splitting up is always a risk in this world. I'm coming with you. There's no way I'm letting you face danger alone. Not when every ally counts for survival. Chen, this girl is your classmate, right? How about I give you a chance to play the hero and save the damsel in distress? Even in the apocalypse, some things never change. Danger and opportunity walk hand in hand. If you kneel and beg me, I'll let her go. Actually, saving her isn't impossible. My words dangle hope before them, but there's always a catch in this world. Really? Chen, that's great. Then hurry up and kneel down to save me. Desperation cracks through her bravado as she clings to any chance of rescue. But there's a problem. Nothing is ever simple here. Every offer comes with a hidden cost. What problem? Didn't you say you were going to save me? You just said you would save me. Panic rises as hope slips further away. You said you'd save me. How can you go back on your word? Are you even a man? Accusations fly as fear takes hold. Trust is fragile currency now. Of course I'm a man, but I'm not worthy of saving you. Maybe I should help you contact those foreign gentlemen you admire so much. See if they're willing to risk their lives for you instead. So that's it. Just like that, you turn your back on me because I called you inferior. Over such a small thing, you're taking revenge on me like this? Even petty grudges become dangerous in desperate times. You think I'll apologize and beg you to save me, don't you? The truth is, you're completely pathetic, and I don't need your help. Really? I hope you remember those words when things get worse. Pride can be costly in a world like this. Huh? Confusion flickers across her face as she realizes the situation is spiraling out of control. Ah, help, help. Her screams pierce the silence, a raw plea for mercy in a world that has little left to give. Chen, I was wrong. Please, save me. Save me. Panic overtakes her pride as she faces true danger. In the end, survival trumps everything else. Ha ha ha. You really are someone who won't help in a dire situation, but it doesn't matter. Soon enough, you'll be joining her in this nightmare. Now let me show you the technology of our Federal Bureau of Evolution. In this world, science has become both weapon and shield, a tool for survival or domination. Just apply this powder on yourself, and these monsters will obediently listen. Sometimes the line between human and beast blurs when desperation drives innovation. Apply ashes on oneself. Indeed, that would make them think you're one of them. Camouflage is survival. Sometimes becoming the monster is the only way to escape it. Bone, ashes. The realization is sickening. Survival demands sacrifices few are willing to make. Patui, patui, patui. Ugh. Disgusting. Patui, patui, patui. The taste of death lingers long after the act. Some things never get easier, no matter how many times you do them. Damn it, get him, tear him to shreds. Rage explodes as fear turns to violence. The only law left is survival of the fittest. This bastard dared to toy with me before dying. Even at the end, some people refuse to give up their pride or their games. Hey, how did you get here? Shock and disbelief ripple through the group. No one expects miracles anymore. Oh no. Chen. Fear tightens its grip as danger closes in once again. He's surrounded. There's no escape now. The monsters close in from all sides as hope dwindles. Damn it, attack. What are you standing around for? Orders barked in panic rarely inspire courage, but sometimes they're all we have left. Are you standing around for? Move. Every second wasted brings death closer. Hesitation is fatal here. Don't bother shouting. It's pointless. In this chaos, words lose their power. Only action matters now. What do you mean? Confusion reigns as reality shifts faster than anyone can keep up. Because I'm already done with them. The threat is gone before anyone realizes what happened. Speed and cunning are everything now. What? How is that possible? Disbelief gives way to awe. Sometimes legends are born in moments like these. I never wanted anything to do with your Federal Bureau of Evolution. Some alliances are too dangerous, even for desperate survivors. Who ordered you to come and kill me? Every attack has a reason, sometimes personal, sometimes political, but always deadly. Then I can't spare your life. Mercy is rare currency now. Most debts are paid in blood. What are you up to? Suspicion shadows every move. Trust is almost extinct here. Stop. A single word can mean salvation or doom, if anyone still listens. It was resolved in an instant, just like before. This isn't something that can be achieved through training alone. What kind of monster is this guy? This guy? He defies explanation. Strength beyond reason in a world where monsters rule. Dealing with these small fries, I should restrain myself a bit. Sometimes holding back is harder than unleashing everything you've got. If only there was a capable assistant. Even the strongest need someone they can rely on when the world falls apart. Don't. The warning comes too late. A single mistake can cost everything now. Chen, go. Don't leave me behind. Desperation claws at my voice as fear threatens to overwhelm me. In this world, abandonment feels like a death sentence. I dreamed about that guy again. Why hasn't he returned yet? The nights are long and haunted by memories of those we've lost. or those we still hope will come back. If you're useless, what right do you have to stay by my side? Survival demands strength. Weakness is a liability no one can afford anymore. Chen, I absolutely won't become a burden to you. Determination hardens my resolve. I'll fight to prove my worth no matter what it takes. I want to be your right-hand man. Loyalty and ambition burn bright even when hope seems lost. Together we might stand a chance against the darkness closing in. Weird. The voice clearly came from here. Paranoia grows as shadows seem to whisper secrets just out of reach. Nothing is ever as it seems anymore. Something feels off. A chill runs down my spine as I realize danger might be closer than I thought. Time blurs together in this endless struggle. Moments slip away unnoticed until it's too late. Oh no, I'm blocked by the table. Trapped with nowhere to run, the walls close in as fear tightens its grip. Right, the gun. My only hope lies just out of reach, a lifeline in this desperate fight for survival. A breath held, a heartbeat skipped. The tension is suffocating. I'm doomed. The thought crashes over me like a wave, cold and relentless. What's going on? What is this creature doing? Its strange behavior unsettles me, adding to the mounting dread. He's been sniffing around. Could it be that he can't see? The uncertainty twists my gut. Blindness might be his curse or his advantage. I got lucky this time, a fleeting moment of hope in a world ruled by chance and death. But now he's too close. If I make any sound, he'll attack. What should I do? The weight of silence presses down as I calculate my next move. The gun, if I can just reach the gun. Salvation feels so close, yet impossibly distant. Just a little more. Every inch counts in this deadly game of survival. Damn it, frustration and fear surge as obstacles block my desperate reach. My resources are limited, so I can't keep you just because you're pretty. Survival demands utility. Beauty is a luxury long lost. Finding the crystal core in a monster's head grants you abilities. I don't allow useless people around me. Only those who contribute to survival have a place here. I'm not useless. Defiance sparks despite the odds. Everyone fights to prove their worth in this broken world. Confusion flickers as plans unravel and new threats emerge from the shadows. Chen, it's a shame you didn't see it. I'm not useless at all. My worth will be proven in the coming fight. Let me see if there's a crystal core in your head. The hunt for power continues. Every core could mean the difference between life and death. At Engineering University, Bai Chang and Lu Xiaofeng followed Chen's advice and began organizing the students to evacuate. Amidst chaos, leadership becomes a beacon of hope. Girls' dormitory, the place where many seek refuge, a fragile sanctuary amid the ruins. Bai Kang even contacted her brother Bai Ming, asking him to bring his troops to join them and ensure the students' safety. Alliances form quickly when survival is at stake, and the snake, which Chen paid special attention to, also began its mutation. The laboratory department of reptiles and snakes becomes a crucible of change. Let me see just how far you can mutate. The promise of power beckons even from the darkest places. I even prepared a big bucket of water for you. Sometimes small acts can trigger great transformations. You know you need to get into the water to complete your mutation. That saves me the trouble. Nature's rules still apply even here. Suspicion rises as unexpected changes unfold before my eyes. Such massive growth from just the initial mutation. Good thing it was only given a bucket of water. It would have been a disaster if it had waited for the flood to come. Nature's fury is unforgiving, but now that you've chosen to submit to me, I might consider keeping you as a pet. Power dynamics shift rapidly in this new world order. Want to run away? Looks like this guy has really grown some intelligence. Survival demands adaptation. Even monsters learn to think. So this is the snakeskin walk? Unfortunately, it's not fast enough. Even cunning has its limits when life hangs in the balance. The scales are actually this hard? Armor forged by nature itself. Survival's best defense against relentless threats. If the blade doesn't work, then I'll just use my fists to smash you to death. When weapons fail, raw strength becomes the last resort. Trying to entangle me, quite cunning. Every move is a test of wit and will in this deadly dance. The attack just now was just a feint. Is this your true goal? Deception runs deep when survival is on the line. Still watching. The tension thickens as eyes lock in silent challenge and unspoken threats. What? Can't bear to part with that handsome guy named Chen? Affection and desperation intertwine in this fractured world. If you don't speak, no one will treat you like a mute. Silence can be both shield and prison here. You really like him, huh? But if he stays here, isn't he doomed? Love is fragile when death stalks every corner. He won't die. Are you sure? Hope clashes with harsh reality in every whispered promise. The first time I saw Chen, I felt he was very strong. Strength shines brightest amid darkness and despair. That deep gaze, mysterious and unfathomable, it's like he's a monster himself, something beyond human in this broken world. We will definitely meet again. Fate weaves its threads even through chaos and ruin. You don't think this will trap me, do you? I heard snakes have highly developed nerves. Even if you chop off their heads, they can still bite. But what if it's like this? Survival instincts never die easily here. Found it. A glimmer of hope amid destruction, a prize that could turn the tide in this endless struggle. Let me see what kind of ability you can bring me. Power is currency now. Every new skill could mean salvation or doom. If the extreme heat destroyed people's will, then the flood sweeping the entire world completely destroyed human civilization. The apocalypse shows no mercy, only relentless devastation remains. Even inland cities like Chengdu could not escape the flood's devastation. No place is safe when nature turns against us all. Engineering university's low terrain left only tall buildings like the administrative building above water. A lonely island amid endless waves of destruction. Meanwhile, Chen, having absorbed the Golden King Snake's crystal core, was now immersed in the floodwaters. Transformation and survival intertwined in his fate. As expected, absorbing the Golden King Snake's crystal core granted me a new ability, and my body has undergone further changes. Evolution born from catastrophe. After coming into contact with water, my body not only developed tiny scales, but my strength has also qualitatively improved. Nature reshaping me into something more than human. My eyes have become more sensitive to light, as if a protective membrane has formed in front of them. Adaptations for survival in this harsh new world. I'm not using my mouth or nose to breathe, yet I don't feel any suffocation. My body defies expectations, breathing through new means as evolution takes hold beneath the floodwaters. It feels as if I'm breathing through my skin. Is this the power granted by the Golden King Snake? Though it's not water manipulation, the ability to breathe underwater is an incredible advantage in this flooded world. Although it's not a water manipulation ability, being able to breathe underwater is immensely beneficial, especially when survival depends on adapting to the relentless floodwaters. The floodwaters surged from the Green City Hotel area. Swimming upstream against the fierce current is possible, but it demands every ounce of strength and will. But the current is fierce, and debris in the water acts like hidden weapons. The volcanic eruption has reached its peak. Though Chengdu lies far from the volcano, the sky still appears relatively clear for now. When massive amounts of volcanic ash fill the air, blocking out the sun, the doomsday winter won't be far behind. In the face of these apocalyptic events, human civilization seems like a fragile joke. To avoid becoming prey, one must grow stronger. In my previous life, after the Great Flood, Chengdu saw the rise of several powerful factions vying for control over what remained. The low-lying northern part of the city, now a vast water area, was occupied by the armies of the Golden King Snake and the elusive female Corpse King. The southern part became a stronghold for the cannibalistic Devourer clan, their hunger as fierce as their cruelty. The western part was controlled by the Rat King and its swarming army of rats, a plague upon the city. Meanwhile, the eastern sector was dominated by Gao Qiang, known as the Skull Crusher, operating from the Green City Hotel. In my previous life, I nearly died several times at their hands, each encounter a brutal lesson in survival. But in this life, I have already dealt with Gao Qiang and the Golden King Snake ahead of time. To stay strong, the best strategy is to acquire the remaining crystal cores. However, the Devourer clan boasts a large population and numerous factions. The female Corpse King remains elusive, making her nearly impossible to find now. In my previous life, during a rat plague in Unicosity of Trasholo universe of Guy, the Rat King was present there. If I find it early this time, I can obtain its crystal core with minimal effort, turning fate in my favor. Oh, it seems I've relaxed too much. I've ended up surrounded. The walls close in as danger tightens its grip. Damn, how did a flood break out here? The sudden deluge threatens to wash away all hope. Hey bro, look. Someone seems to be swimming towards us. A glimmer of hope in these drowning depths. Stop making a fuss. At this point, anyone in the water is as good as dead. Despair colors every word. Is that Chen? Against all odds, he hasn't drowned in this flood. If the Bureau hadn't sent us to watch him, we wouldn't be stuck in this flood ourselves. Fate weaves cruel threads. If he dares come here, I'll kick him right back into the water. But that guy moves fast, and something seems to be following him. What are those things in the water? Monstrous shapes lurking beneath the surface. And why is he able to swim so fast against the current? There's something unnatural about him now. He's coming over here. Chen, we're from the Federal Bureau of Evolution. I'm warning you, don't come any closer. Federal Bureau of Evolution. Their influence has spread this far in this lifetime. Perfect. I can gather valuable information on their operations. I've got you. Hold on to the pillar. A lifeline thrown amid chaos and despair. I can't reach it. The struggle is desperate and raw. Don't be afraid. I'll definitely pull you up. Trust forged in moments of crisis. Bro, I'm too heavy. Let go. If this goes on, we'll both drown. The weight of survival pressing down on us both. No, I'll never let go. If we die together. Loyalty and determination defy death itself. Tell me everything you know about the Federal Bureau of Evolution. Knowledge is power. Every secret could mean salvation or doom. Fuck you. I'll never tell you. Even if you kill us, there will be others to avenge us. Defiance burns bright even in hopelessness. Very well, you have guts. But don't blame me then. The game has changed. Only the strong survive. He got pulled down himself. It's really not my fault. Survival often comes with unexpected consequences. Bro, I'm coming to save you. Hope surges amid despair as bonds are tested by fate. I'm going to die. The fear is raw and immediate. Death feels closer than ever before. This guy, is he really human? He's too strong. Something beyond ordinary survives here. I do owe you one. I'll tell you what I know. Trust begins to form in this broken world. We were actually sent by the Federal Bureau of Evolution to monitor you. Shadows of control stretch far even into chaos. The Federal Bureau of Evolution is headquartered at the Science and Technology University, led by Chief Liu and a dedicated team of researchers. Their work remains shrouded in secrecy, yet their influence spreads far and wide in this fractured world. We're just following orders. Whatever commands come from above, we obey. The last rat disaster erupted here at the Science and Technology University, suggesting a link between that catastrophe and the Bureau's activities. The lab there, do they conduct research on rats? The question lingers, hinting at dark experiments behind closed doors. Only authorized researchers are allowed inside the labs. What happens within remains a mystery even to us, fueling suspicion and unease. No matter what, I must investigate the situation there before another rat disaster unfolds. Time is running out, and knowledge might be our only weapon. Meanwhile, Duanya, still trapped in the Green City Hotel, has luckily obtained a crystal core from a zombie's head, a rare prize in these desperate times. A sudden cry breaks the silence, echoing through the flooded halls. Have I succeeded? The question hangs heavy as hope battles despair. Has the water already flooded this floor? The rising tide threatens to swallow all in its path. A startled scream pierces the air. Danger is never far. Did I succeed? Doubt gnaws at the edges of hope. The water has already reached this floor. The flood shows no mercy, creeping relentlessly upward. What is this thing? Something slimy and grotesque coils nearby, a living nightmare. It's so slimy and gross. Revulsion mixes with fear as I struggle to keep control. No, panic surges as I realize I'm trapped. I'm completely entangled, can't move at all. The creatures swarm relentlessly, overwhelming me. There are so many of them. The sheer number threatens to consume everything. Damn it. I didn't even have time to get used to my new ability before being attacked. As long as you find and consume a crystal nucleus, you can gain its power. But many monsters look ordinary, hiding their true abilities beneath unassuming exteriors. You can't tell what ability a crystal nucleus holds just by looking at the monster. It's a dangerous gamble every time. If I don't even know what ability I've gained, how can I learn to use it effectively? Feel it. Your body, the environment, every subtle change. Only by sensing can you master and control your new power. I can feel it stirring within me, a strange energy awakening. Is that your little brains working? A taunt or a challenge? It fuels my determination. Then, stop right now, commanding my will against the creeping threat. How annoying. Now I'm all sticky and gooey. But I won't let this stop me. You just wait. I'm going to cut you all down like tofu. No mercy for these monsters. Cut you all down. My resolve hardens as I prepare to fight back with everything I have. I'm all dirty. I need to take a bath. Even in apocalypse, small comforts remind me of who I am. Can I join you? A hesitant voice seeking alliance amid chaos. Who? Suspicion colors every interaction in this broken world. Not bad. You even thought to grab a weapon for protection. Survival demands readiness at every turn. Chen? Great. Chen, you're finally back. I was so worried about you. Exhaustion weighs heavy as relief floods in. What are you pressing against me? A question laced with confusion and concern. Why aren't you wearing any clothes again? In this world, vulnerability is dangerous, but sometimes necessary. Haha, the water was too dirty, so I took off all my clothes. I'll go take a shower right away. Even in ruin, cleanliness offers a fleeting sense of normalcy. Only when you go out do you realize home is still the best place. Fragile comfort amid chaos. By the way, did you awaken an ability? Power can be a blessing or a curse in this new world. You saw it? I didn't see it, but I could feel it through the temperature of your mouth. A subtle sign of change within you. Temperature of my mouth? What kind of temperature could there be inside my mouth? Confusion mingles with curiosity about this strange new power. What is your ability? The question hangs heavy as secrets begin to unravel. It seems to be a type of mind control ability. Power over others born from within. Can this mind control ability be used on food? A strange thought in desperate times where survival blurs boundaries. I don't know. Should I practice on you first? Testing limits in a world without rules. Practice? How? Questions breed uncertainty, but also hope for mastery. Master. How about this kind of practice? A tentative step toward control and understanding. What is this? Awe and fear mix as new powers reveal themselves. This is Chen's mental power, a force unseen but deeply felt in this shattered world. If it weren't for Chen's consent, I might have collapsed the moment I tried to influence him. Ha ha ha. I see, it's quite a formidable ability indeed. Then next, I'm going to make you practice until your legs go weak. Training is relentless when survival depends on strength and control. Exhaustion creeps in as determination pushes forward. Focus your mind, control it with your thoughts, then set your aim. Precision becomes life or death in this unforgiving world. But weren't you going to the University of Technology? Why do you still have time to teach me shooting? Half a day is all you get to familiarize yourself with your abilities and shooting skills. You mentioned you're from the medical university, right? Yes. Why? You're coming with me next. It's time to show your usefulness in this fight for survival.